The top 6 foods that cause belly fat to accumulate. Belly fat forms when your liver contains too much fat and there's not enough room, so it starts to spill over and wrap itself around your organs. This is what we call visceral fat, which can be very dangerous because it obstructs the function of your organs, like your heart, your pancreas, intestines, and your gallbladder, for example. The more belly fat that you have, the higher risk of developing high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, circulation problems, and also swelling throughout your body. The visceral fat beneath your belly is also biologically active, and it releases cytokines that cause inflammation. This damages the cells in your body, causing insulin resistance, making it harder to lose weight in the future. In today's video, you're going to be learning about the worst 6 foods that cause visceral belly fat so that you can start cutting them out of your diet. The first item on my list is trans fats. Some of the most dangerous foods that cause a buildup of belly fat are hydrogenated oils like soybean oil, corn, canola, cottonseed, sunflower oils, and margarine. These cheap and inexpensive fats are often used to cook fast foods, takeout meals, and they're also in 80% of the packaged foods found in supermarkets. Just check the labels and you'll see them. Despite being called vegetable oils, they are actually made from highly processed grains, which involves using solvents and chemicals that are toxic to your liver cells. These oils are also rich in omega-6 fatty acids, which raises inflammation throughout your body, causing a buildup of fat in your liver, which then spills over into your belly. So you want to start avoiding these junk foods and cook your own healthy meals at home. I recommend using cold-pressed healthy oil alternatives like avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, and grass-fed butter. The second food to avoid is grains and flour. Starchy foods like bread, cereal, biscuits, pasta, crackers, pastries, and donuts are all loaded with refined carbohydrates. As these are very high on the glycemic index, they quickly turn into sugar called glucose in your blood. As you now have too much sugar floating around, any extra sugar is converted into fat and stored in your fat cells, and as visceral fat beneath your belly. Whole grains also contain phytic acid, which can block your body's ability to absorb minerals like zinc, magnesium, and calcium. So if you want to lose your belly fat, I recommend following a low-carb diet plan such as keto, as this will help to lower the blood sugars so that you can burn through your fat stores for energy. Number 3 may surprise you. It's fructose. Fructose is a type of sugar found in fruit. It's 50% of table sugar, and it's also part of agave nectar and high fructose corn syrup. The problem is that your cells do not use fructose as energy like they would regular glucose. The fructose is directly broken down in your liver, and as 80% of packaged foods contain high fructose corn syrup, this overwhelms your liver and causes a buildup of visceral fat, liver damage, and insulin resistance. Fructose actually has the same damaging effect on your liver as alcohol does, as it's metabolized in the same way. If you start checking labels, you'll find it in soda drinks, fruit juices, jams, syrups, sweets, and all different kinds of junk foods. High fructose corn syrup is also made from genetically modified corn, which is sprayed with chemical herbicides. So it also has harmful chemicals that further damage your liver, which leads to belly fat. You definitely want to avoid these foods and switch to snacks that contain healthy sweeteners and alternatives like erythritol, stevia, and monk fruit. Number 4, which is soy protein. Soy protein isolates are some of the worst food additives that you could possibly put into your body. These are highly processed, inexpensive plant proteins that are extracted from GMO soybeans grown with heavy amounts of glyphosate, a dangerous herbicide that's toxic for your liver. Soy protein isolates are used to make so-called protein bars, diet shakes, ready meals, fake vegetarian meat patties, and it's even in some baby milk formulas. Soy is actually one of the leading causes of hormonal imbalances in both women and men, causing inflammation in the liver and weight gain around the viscera. Avoid these highly processed proteins and stick with whole food proteins instead, from meats, eggs, fish, shellfish, or if you're a vegan, you can use water lentils. Number 5 is soda drinks, both regular and diet. I already mentioned that soda drinks are sweetened with both glucose and fructose, which turns into fat around your stomach. But even the diet drinks cause you to accumulate fat indirectly, as they contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose. These synthetic sweeteners can cross the blood-brain barrier, blocking certain neurotransmitters that tell you when you're full. This gives you cravings and makes you feel extremely hungry, making you more likely to snack or purchase more junk foods. In fact, the artificial sweeteners have been shown to kill friendly microbes that live in your gut. This can cause liver damage, weight gain, and also depression and anxiety. So cut out the soda drinks and switch to some healthy alternatives. I personally recommend taking some carbonated water and adding a few mashed berries and a little stevia to make a healthy soda drink without the sugar or the chemicals. And last but not least, let's talk about alcohol. If you drink alcoholic drinks on a regular basis, you're far more likely to develop both visceral and subcutaneous fat around your belly. You see, alcohol puts a very heavy burden on your liver. As it's a solvent, the liver has to break it down into small particles in order to detoxify it. Over time, this strain damages the hepatocytes, which are your liver cells. This causes inflammation and lowers your body's ability to metabolize fat and sugar properly. This causes fatty liver disease, and fat then starts to build up inside the organ until there's no longer any space. So it starts spilling over into spaces between your organs, pushing your belly outward. Alcohol also has to be burnt off before the liver can burn other fuels. So if you're drinking alcohol, eating fructose, sugar, and grains, it reaches a point where it can no longer process all this fuel, and it starts leaking fluid that makes your belly even bigger. If you do have a protruding belly, you definitely want to clean up your diet, as this massively raises the risk of diabetes, heart attacks, and liver cancer later in your life.